Stand by, recording in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to Ehctv. I'm Abby Hathorn.
And I'm Khalil King. Welcome back to the show.
I am so proud of you, first of all, for finally pledging and joining a brotherhood. Are you excited?
I'm excited. Definitely didn't see it for myself. You know, $5 in free food to like 7 different fraternities sounded amazing to me, but that is the extent to which I thought it would go. So I'm excited though, and I'm liking this. You know, it's an interesting process, but yeah, I'm liking it.
Yeah, and we're just so thankful for everybody else that's found their home, and good luck with pledging. But so who do you have on the set with you today?
I have Chase Branscomb, and it's going to be a very special interview. They've been doing some great things with basketball. Who do you have on set today?
I have on set with me today Katie Graves, who is involved with Zeta Phi, and she's going to talk about a little bit their process and like how this is their first pledge week and how they're doing. So
cool. Looking forward to it. Well, guys, we will now pass it over to Shayla DeTalo with the news.
Hello world, I'm Shayla DeTola, and I'm here to give you your news update. Are you a people person? Do you love meeting new people? Do you want to make a lifelong impact on the incoming class of freshmen? Then signing up to be an E&H orientation leader would be perfect for you. Orientation leaders will volunteer to welcome new students on registration day in the spring, summer, and during orientation next fall. Applications are due in the Student Life office and are due by March 31st. For more information, visit the orientation website, ehc.edu.orientation, or email the orientation office at ehcorientation@eht.edu. Students study global health in Ecuador this summer, 2018. The KEI summer program in Ecuador offers students the opportunity to study issues related to global health while improving their Spanish language skills and gaining a greater understanding of Latin American culture. The program also includes clinical visits, a home stay with an Ecuadorian host family, and cultural excursions. Students also have the option of extending their experience for a second month and completing an internship. Deadline March 10th, 2018. Contact international@ehd.edu. In honor of Dating Violence Awareness Month, the College Cares and College Office of Title IX invite you to attend a Lunch and Learn series called Understanding Relationship Abuse in the Digital Age. The event includes 2 sessions, Wednesday, February 28th at 11:30 a.m. and Wednesday, February 28th at 12:30 p.m. This series, which is open to the entire E&H community and the public, will be held in the Board of Visitors Lounge in the Van Dyke Center. Sign up now as space is limited. Please note that lunch is not provided. Participants are encouraged to bring a lunch, which they can enjoy while engaging in a dialogue about how technology can manifest in unhealthy relationships and how to prevent dating abuse. Remember, students who are enrolled in courses that end mid-semester should complete course evaluations before midnight tonight. Well, that's all I have for you today. I'm Shayla DeTola, and this has been your weekly news update.
Hello and welcome to this feature interview. I'm Abby Hathorn. On set with me today I have Katie Graves, who's associated with Zeta Phi, and we're going to talk a little bit about the process they've been working on and all that jazz. So welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
So first of all, when was Zeta Phi established, and like how has that process of getting it brought back and revived on campus, how's it been going?
It's been going great. So it was originally founded here on this campus in 1935, and after 1939, they weren't featured in the 1940 edition of the Sphinx yearbook, but the White Topper just listed them as not coming back for unknown circumstances. So maybe a lot of our sisters just graduated and just didn't have enough numbers to keep the sorority alive. But we got rechartered in October of last year. And things have been going great so far.
Yeah, I know. I remember like seeing y'all wear your letters for the first time on campus. What was that feeling of like after all that work of like rechartering and finally getting to wear those letters? How does that feel?
Oh, it felt amazing because the 6 of us have put so much effort and like work into doing like history and writing our Constitution from scratch and just putting all of this together and then finally getting that 12-2 vote in Senate was just like amazing. Wow. And I'm very proud of my sisters and everything that we've worked on, and we're definitely making history on campus, so
that's awesome.
I'm proud of that.
And so how has it been like trying to recover that history? Like if there, obviously there was issues with like trying to like contact, alumni or anything
Yeah.
else. So how was that process of trying to find that history so that you can teach other people that are interested in joining Zeta Phi? How have y'all found that history?
So we have done a lot of research with, we've worked a lot with Monica Hull, the alumni director at the college, and learning more about like the sisters back in the 1930s and like who they were. For instance, one of our sisters, Madge Candler and Martha Candler, their father actually was part of an organization, the CCC, which founded and built the Hungry Mother State Park, which actually we did our service there on Saturday. So it was really cool to like learn that piece of history and like give back to the community in that way.
Yeah.
So we did some trail maintenance on Saturday and had a good time.
Yeah, so how has it been so far, like being involved with different services? Is that the only thing y'all have done, or have y'all done some other community service too?
So we've done, well, we did our service on Saturday with Hungry Mother. We've also worked with Rivers Way whenever they come to campus and have Rivers Way Day. And we also volunteer at the Samaritan House Thrift Store in Glade Spring. So
yeah, that's awesome. I'm really glad that y'all are like, because I mean, part of Greek life is like trying to help the community too.
Oh,
that
yeah,
seems like part of it
definitely.
that gets lost. So would you say that that's something that Zeta Phi is really wanting to revive with like Emory Greek life, is bringing that service aspect back to it?
absolutely, yeah.
So what has that process been like? I know like it's Pledge Week, and we don't want to like just harp on that. Everybody knows what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
But how does it feel to like finally be able to wear letters and have new sisters, and how's that going?
It's going really well. Well, as you know, BTI was Friday, and we welcomed 6 new sisters. And this week has been going pretty well. We're all very excited. We're having a blast too.
That's awesome.
It's great.
Yeah. And so how does it, everything that's been going on, and are these girls also like just as excited as y'all are to be able to be like, hey, like this is a new thing, we're bringing it back? And being able to bring back and revive some history is really special. So I'm assuming that, all of y'all see that.
Definitely. Yeah. All of the research on history that we have done and have worked on the past several months, it's exciting to get to share that with our new sisters so that they can carry on that history and traditions to, for years to come. So it's very exciting.
And what do you see happening like the next semester for Zeta Phi 2? Do you feel like it's going to continue, or do y'all have to like go back through Senate? What's sort of that process that's moving forward?
Okay, so yeah, I can tell you a little bit about that. So we were voted on, like I said, in Senate in October as a 1-year probationary organization, which basically just means that SGA and the Greek Council are holding our hands for the first year just to make sure that we know how to run an organization smoothly and everything. And so in October of this year, we'll go back to Senate for the vote to see if we can become like permanent organization. But so we're sort of awaiting for that. But acting as if sort of we already are. Still teaching our history and trying to pass down traditions. So yeah.
And that's the best way to do it. I mean, honestly, that's all part of like that being a part of a sorority in Greek life too, is like sharing that tradition and being able to spread it throughout. And lastly, just sort of so everybody knows, what are some of the pillars like that Zeta Phi, goes by as far as sort of what you're teaching and you want people to learn?
Okay. Well, our motto is authenticity through bravery and benevolence. We believe strongly in, being yourself, being fearless in yourself, unapologetically sort of being yourself and being kind to others, and spreading positivity throughout the community and through, your sisterhood. Other values that we, and pillars that we sort of stand for, we're very anti-hazing. We believe in a lot of maintaining academics as a priority over, social aspects and also Greek unity. So we definitely want to be a part of that.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Congrats with some new sisters.
Thanks.
And now we're going to toss it over to Evan Underwood with this week's sports update.
What up, Wass? I'm Evan Underwood with this week's sports update. The Emory and Henry College softball team split its doubleheader with Meredith College Saturday afternoon on the road. The Avenging Angels took Game 1 9-0 in the 5 innings, while the Wasps earned their own shutout 7-0 in the nightcap. Freshman pitcher Cameron Durr threw a no-hitter in Game 2, fanning 11 batters. It was the first no-hitter by an Emory and Henry pitcher since Brandy Bryant accomplished that feat against Penn State Fayette on March 2, 2013. The Emory and Henry College baseball team got the game-winning run with 1 out in the bottom of the ninth to earn a 15-14 win over Mount Aloysius College Saturday afternoon. The victory gave the Wasps a 3-0 sweep in the weekend series versus the Mounties. The number 1 seeded Emory and Henry College women's basketball team rallied from 6 points down in the final 3 minutes to knot the game at 68 apiece. But second seeded Randolph-Macon College scored 4 unanswered to claim a 72-68 win in the 2018 Old Dominion Athletic Conference Tournament Championship game. It was the first appearance in the ODAC title game for the Wasps since 2001 and the 6th in the program history. The loss snaps an 11-game winning streak for E&H. It's the longest since reeling off 14 in a row in the 2001-2002 season. The Wasps sit at a program-tying record with 22 wins this year, also achieved during the 01-02 campaign. The Wasps still earned the bid to the NCAA tournament. The Wasps will play in the hosted by Maisa College. E&H will face off against Roger Williams University. This is the first NCAA tournament appearance for the Lady Wasps. The number 4 seeded Emory and Henry men's basketball team made history Sunday afternoon, winning its first ever Old Dominion Athletic Conference Championship by a score of 72-70 over second seeded Roanoke College. With this victory, the Wasps earned the ODAC's automatic bid to the NCAA Division III tournament and will make their first appearance on the national stage since the 1993 when they reached the Sweet 16. Senior forward Chase Branscomb put up a game-high 29 points on 11 for 17 shooting, including 4 three-pointers, and added 6 rebounds, while John Sheeler added 24 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and also 2 steals. Bolden chipped in 8 points, 7 assists, 3 rebounds, and 3 steals, while junior forward Alec Wynn led all players with 14 rebounds. The Wasps will travel to Newport News, Virginia for the first 2 rounds of the tournament, hosted by Christopher Newport University. E&H will face off against Franklin and Marshall College out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania on March 2nd at 5:30 p.m. That's all for this week's Sports Update. I'm Evan Underwood.
Hello world, I'm Khalil King and this is your sports interview. Today I have a very special interview with Chase Branscomb, senior forward for the Emory and Henry men's basketball team. We'll be talking about their journey to the championship and what's to come ahead. Chase, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me, man. It's a pleasure.
Yes, brother. First, I want to kind of allow you to reflect over the season and thinking back, you guys have had some very high highs and some low lows with the national recognition and then the 5-game losing streak. Just tell me, would you take any of it back, and what does it mean to you?
Yeah, I think the season was definitely unique, for sure. To be nationally ranked was good, but then, like you said, we had that 5-game losing streak. But I think, I don't think any of that stuff happens by accident. I think, that national ranking allowed us to get a little bit of confidence. But then with Colin going down and, we had a lot of adversity within the team, that led to that 5-game losing streak. And I think we did a lot in the beginning of the season. We were able to learn a lot of lessons that we needed to learn without losing. And that was really beneficial for us. But then towards the end, obviously, we had the 5-game losing streak, and that allowed us to learn other lessons. We had a lot of tough games, road games, home games. Unfortunately, we lost on senior night. That was tough. But all that stuff happens for a reason. I think you can see, especially in that tournament, how we were able to get through the adversity that we were facing in the tournament. I think that really, that showed from those previous games in the season that was really beneficial for us towards the tournament, being able to outlast those runs and eventually get to that title.
Yeah, you mentioned senior night, you guys lost. But one thing that I noticed about senior night is during your interview, you said that it's not over until we receive an ODAC championship. And this is in the midst of going through, many losses, and especially a hard one on your senior night. How important is a vision, and do you think in you guys winning this, achieving this championship?
Yeah, I think that it's definitely important that we had something like that to work towards every day. I'm pretty sure I mentioned last time I was on here, we had 3 goals, and we still do. To get better every day is the first one. We want to make sure that every day we're coming in if you're not getting better, you're getting worse, So if you're staying the same, that's not what we're trying to do. So we want to make sure that every day that we're coming in there and getting better. And then the second thing, we want to be excellent in everything we do, on the court, off the court. We want to make sure that we're representing our team and the college the best way that we can. And then the third one was to win an ODAC championship. And we finally did that after so many years, and so that's really good. And now it's just moving on to the NCAA tournament. So obviously that goal switches from ODAC championship to national championship. So we're going to try to go down to Newport News and make some noise.
Okay, your roommate Johnny, you guys have a special bond, but you guys are also seniors and you're leading the team. You're in a very different situation than your freshman year, as you guys were a much different team record-wise. Can you talk about what it finally means to have achieved this goal and what that does going into this national championship?
Yeah, I think it's huge. It's almost like a storybook ending, kind of. Obviously, nothing's over. We're still writing our story. But, for me and John, like you said, we just have a bond that you can't really, build or manifest, I guess, outside of what we've been through. It's not just something that happens. Going from 4-20 something our freshman year to finally being able to win an ODAC championship our senior year, and both of us, maturing on and off the court and just, building that relationship is huge. And that's one thing I was talking to you about off camera is I think it's almost scary because we had those goals and that one thing for that championship to be that third goal, we were trying to reach that, and there was just, it almost felt like a burden, almost like a weight, because there was so much pressure to do it. I think not just for us but for the team, because it was our last attempt, it was our last try to get it, and we finally got that. So I think that's almost scary now because we've got it as a team, and so now we're just playing ball. Like everything else is just gravy now. So now we have sort of a weight lifted, and now we're just hooping. So I think an Emory and Henry team that's playing loose and together, that's pretty scary to go up against. I know I wouldn't want to do it. So I'm definitely, like I said, I'm looking forward to what we're going to do on Friday.
One last question I'll leave you with. I saw at the end of the game, you collapse on the floor and you're just like overwhelmed. The team rushes you. Is this kind of that weight being lifted and, your dreams and visions coming to fruition?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that it came down to that last shot that Freund shot, and from my angle and everyone's angle, it looked good. And so when the ball bounced off the rim, it was almost like every shot I'd shot in the gym, every weight I'd lifted, sprint we'd ran, everything that we'd ever done was finally worth it. And so at that point, there was, it was impossible for me to stand. So like you said, I just fell down, and it wasn't long before my teammates were there with me. So it was a feeling that I can't describe, and I hope that all the sports teams get to experience that at some point in their career. But I'm extremely blessed to be a part of the team that I'm a part of, and like you said, it's all that hard work is, we're finally starting to reap the benefits and the rewards of that. And like I've said before, we're still moving forward, so hopefully we can do some big things.
That's amazing. Well, Chase, I wish you guys so much luck going into the tournament, and thank you again for joining me.
Thank you.
And thank you all for watching. I will now swing it over to Abby Hathorn with this week's rant.
Okay, so I know that we've all been outside and we've seen how the weather is. And like a week ago today, I was wearing shorts and a tank top, and I felt like I was back home in Mississippi, and it was great. Now it's 28 degrees when I woke up this morning. I'm really thankful I didn't take all my winter clothes home because I wouldn't have had anything to wear. I'm no meteorologist. I'm no understander of climate or whatever. But what frustrates me is how 1 minute it is 80 degrees outside and we're breaking record highs, and the next it's like it's Christmas time and it's like it's raining but it's not snowing, and I just can't handle it. Right now, as a senior in college, I can't handle how the weather is just up and down, up and down. I've got too many other things in my life that are chaotic. So weather, get it together, okay? My name's Abby Hathorn, and this was my rant.
Hey everybody, I'm Maddie Gillespie, and welcome to this week's segment of Ehctv's Tweet, Pray, Love. Each week I get on Twitter and I post an off-the-wall hashtag topic, and it's up to you, the Emory and Henry community, to post some stuff for me to use on the show. So, with the help of the lovely Tweet, Pray, Love Peanut Gallery, we'll be putting your opinions to the forefront of fame, and by that, I mean local TV. This week, in honor of Pledge Week, the hashtag was EHC Greek Life. So, I'm going to read some tweets that Greek members have posted. Abby Hathorn said, "I'm feeling lucky as a 7 this semester to get her little."
She's perfect.
Katie Graves said, "Naps, that is how you will survive." Amen. Livy Marta said, "Greek unity comes at full force during Pledge Week with everyone just as tired as me."
It's true. I mean,
Leilani Tizon said, "It's Pledge Week, and if you see me wearing the same sweatpants all week, I'm not sorry."
yeah.
Anna Catherine said, the day before BTI, she said, "It's letter day and tomorrow's BTI, and I'm so hyped."
BTI's the best.
Also on BTI, Anna Kimmer said, "This is the time of the semester, is so exciting. Merry Greekmas, everyone."
Woo!
And on BTI, Leilani said, "I'm so hyped for BTI. Not hyped about being tired all of next week, though." And that's what we have for you today on Tweet, Pray, Love. I'm Maddie Gillespie.
Are you looking to make relationships that will last a lifetime? Do you have a strong interest in science, technology, engineering, or mathematics? Are you looking to find classmates who share your interests? Then joining the E&H STEM cohort is for you. The STEM cohort is an academic group that centers around the biology, chemistry, math, and physics departments. Students can receive one-on-one faculty mentorship, hands-on experience in lab classes and fieldwork, peer tutoring, and reserve placement in freshman level math and science courses. Students will have the opportunity to take trips to graduate programs and science facilities to see what their field looks like in the real world. Not only will you have an amazing college experience at Emory & Henry, but you may also compete for additional scholarship support when admitted into the program. Complete the STEM application today to get the process started.
So congrats to everybody that's pledging, and my little's perfect, and you're perfect, and you're both pledging,
Oh,
so I'm pretty
gosh.
excited about it. And I know that you're going to make a good brother, and she's going to make a good sister, so.
Yeah, like you said, it's an exciting time. I got my big last night, so good luck with your little,
Yeah.
and I hope you guys have an amazing time and memories
Of course.
that we'll all post on Instagram.
Yeah,
later
we've got to get it on
after
that
this.
Insta with the hashtags and
over.
everything else.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for joining us on this week's episode of EHCTV. I'm Abby Hathorn.
And I'm Khalil King. See you next time.